When I was in high school, my app English teacher told us we weren't allowed to eat in class, so I took that as a personal challenge to see what the most ridiculous thing I could eat in class without getting caught was. So I started bringing soup to class, and as soon as I'd cracked the lid of my thermos the tiniest bit, this football player that sat like 3 rows in front of me was going, "I smell meat, someone has soup," and no one ever believed him. Football player has a +2 to perception and a -2 to charisma. Eats 3 raspberries. I can feel my cells multiplying, my blood is cleaner, safer, my skin less dry, I'm nourished. Doctors describe his condition as stable but homosexual. Me. Wait, you guys are stable? New term for when you're extremely tired from pretending to be straight around your relatives during the holidays. Het lagged. What's the word for pretending to be CIs around your relatives? I've seen sistrist used a few times. A new toothpaste is released. Dentists. This woman, Wanda Ventum, was an actress who appeared in 3 classic Who episodes. She also happens to be the mother of Benedict Cumberbatch. All hail the Motherbatch, creator of our Cumberlord. People who sleep with their phone on silent or DND really don't give a ref about nobody's life. Look, if you decide to have a problem after midnight, that's between you and God, to be honest. I spent 2 minutes staring at this wondering how I could set my phone to Dungeons and Dragons. It would be nice to be in an apartment right now with really big open windows and lots of bright light pouring in, and long curtains and the smell of rain floating through it. The millennial generation is so broke we are romanticizing decent housing. One time an old lady told me, unprompted, "You have long fingers, perfect for pickpocketing or playing the piano," and I'm pretty sure she was an Oblivion NPC. She was offering to teach you how to pickpocket. You missed out on master level pickpocket training op. In Japan, radiation creates monsters, Godzilla, and in America radiation creates superheroes. Shockingly, it's almost like Japan and America have very different narratives surrounding nuclear fallout. Now, if we all think very hard, maybe someone could think of why this might be. The absolute funniest thing Trump could conceivably be impeached for would be falsifying national weather reports. I just heard 2 kids playing outside and one goes, "I do not fear the dark side." Then another kid goes, "You should." And then I just hear a whack noise and then crying. I was expecting a battle of wits, but you appear to be unarmed. Your mom sucked me good and hard through my jaws. This is like seeing an elf argue with an orc. Tumblr, where I come to get away from stupid people. I got bad news for you. Huh, what pride flag is that? Oh, Lee guessed the word. The word was Germany. Intense concentration coming from everyone in this photo. Evil party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a bad time. And we gonna make you lose your minds. We just wanna see you die. Every day I'm suffering. Remember when we all joked about Sans Undertale in Smash? Remember when we were all like, haha, Sans Undertale in Smash? Imagine if he were in Smash. We slept well at night knowing it was all a shitpost. We slept in deceptive peace and solitude knowing in our mortal hearts, in minds, that Sans Undertale would never actually be in Smash, in any possible way. And then when dawn broke, our foolhardy hearts were forever silenced, our ignorance met with a cataclysmic force beyond our reckoning. Sans Undertale is in Smash. This is what happens when we try to play God. Shark baby. I'm laughing so hard, look at this little baby, he's the happiest motherfucker on earth, life is gorgeous. How do mermaids have babies? Do you think the people who play Teletubbies feel horny on set sometimes? Why didn't Tarzan have a beard? How many things are there? Why didn't Aladdin have nipples? If Siamese twins have separate vaginas, do they get their periods at the same time? Why do sandwiches taste better cut diagonally? You guys all think that Canada is so innocent, but in grade 1 I had a geography teacher with 3 fingers and he gave me a C because I pronounced Kenya differently than him, and when my mom reported it to the office we found out that he wasn't even supposed to be teaching at my school, he was literally some stranger who wandered in. Whenever I see these post-apocalyptic films set in the USA, where everyone is pretty much just killing each other with no mention of other nations, I always just assume that the rest of the world is fine and has learned how to resume life as normal. Should we do something about the Americans? Nah. Sex line operator. Oh yeah baby, I'm taking off my clothes. My clothes is coming off. Me, HMM. Okay. Sex line operator. Yeah baby, you're so hard. I can tell you're getting turned on. Me, I never said that. You're godmudding. I'm hanging up. Do non-Americans know that sometimes you'll just see life like human testicles hanging off the back of people's trucks? When I get stressed out in life, I always remember the 50-lane highway in China, which merges into 4, and not being there brings me some comfort and peace. Does China accept constructive criticism? No. Marry, kill, Boza, SCP-939, and Godzilla. Kill SCP-939. Boza, marry Godzilla. A man of class. Thanks everyone so much for the support. Thank you everyone. Netflix is concerned about some of its users. Someone watched B-movie 357 times this year, according to Netflix. I mean, I'd be concerned too. They tracked the person down, and it turned out to be a woman from Scotland whose baby really loved B-movie to the point that it was the only thing that stopped him crying. So she just played it over and over. The endurance. She must have been exhausted. The fact they tracked the person down to check on them made me feel like Netflix cares. People with the Chaco icons are trustworthy. Here, since it's bound to happen, I drew this beforehand. Give me your credit card. Who's the motherfucker who left the bastard 27 URL wide open? Can we get a pride flag for that rat that jumped into a Whataburger fryer? Good evening. Nicki Minaj was a 12-year sociology study conducted by Harvard University. We are now complete with our study. Thank you for your time. 100 years ago everyone owned a horse and only rich had cars. Today everyone has cars and only the rich own horses. The stables have turned. I laughed too hard at this, and I hate you for it. It is a phase, mom. Show me a permanent state of the self, mom. Impermanence does not mean insignificance, mom. The key to a happier life is being in a constant state of change and acceptance, mom. As I've mentioned, I happen to know that Toby Fox has seen my comics despite never interacting with me in any way online. This makes me wonder how many other public figures have seen my comics without me knowing. Has Griffin McElroy seen my comics? Has Lil Nas X seen them? The internet is an amazing place. Recognition of the self through Lil Nas X. Okay Jesus, never mind John. Doge's cousin Wolf. Justin McElroy has said many powerful things, but honestly no set of words in the English language conveys the same energy as that funny trick to play on God. You're rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic, my friend, is a very close second. One of the things my little brother and I do to each other is announce our presence by yelling "Huo" whenever we get home, but this has now caused our dad to also, upon getting home from work, throw the door open and yell in the daddest voice possible, "Huo, you can these worms. Now lie in it." When you're obsessed with something, but have already seen all of it and consumed all fan content for it, so you try rewatching it to recapture some of that magic, but it'll never be the same as the first time. The stand users could be anyone. The stand users beams an image into your mind. It's this one. So my uni has this emergency alert system where everyone gets a text if something happens on campus, like cougar sightings, fires, stuff like that. One day, they send out an alert. I don't remember what about, but it ended up being a false alarm. And because it's a text, people can reply back. So, naturally, someone decides to text the entire script for the B movie, 1000 plus texts, and, like, crashes the entire system. I don't wanna say I condone them, but I do admire their commitment. I really do love college students. It took my new cat a while to realize that kissing the top of her head was a gesture of affection, but I think she's finally got it. The downside is that she now thinks the best way to signal that she wants cuddles is to come charging at me and mash the top of her head against my face. It's like a very affectionate punch in the mouth. I feel safe now in members like this working in the FBI. Posting a picture of Maurice White until the 21st night of September, but every time it's getting slightly weirder. Day 2. How Americans see America. How the other 196 countries see America. Man trades baby for 15 Big Macs. Getting a good 8 hours of sleep. Getting either 14 hours or 2. The Wall Street Journal. Anti-vaxxer's child died at the age of 2. Parents blame Google for false facts about vaccination. Why has God abandoned us? When girls say, ooh, put your shirt back on. You afraid to get wet? OMG, IKEA furniture is so hard to assemble. Me, with a black belt and Lego. Pathetic. Are you full-bred American? Yeah, my dad's a bald eagle and my mom is a Big Mac. Me and my homies, after getting rejected by every girls at school. Is pussy actually overrated? Elon Musk. Mars. People who do this asking mad lads. Me in real life. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Me. I'm sad. Them. Then turn it into something positive. Me. I'm sad. Modern problems require modern solutions.